Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Gabrielle Ray and I present cases of unsolved homicides, missing persons, and the unidentified. Today I will be presenting you the case of Christopher Bird, who has been missing since July 29th, 1984 out of Windham, New Hampshire. He was 25 at the time of his disappearance and he was last seen by a close friend at the D&Q stables in Windham. He arrived at a friend's residence to borrow a ladder at 3:00 p.m. on July 29th. His wife Donna reported him missing on July 30th, 1984, after nobody had heard from him. Along with him, his car was missing as well. His tan coupe, a 1974 Mercury Comet with a Massachusetts license plates 672 DFO, were also missing. His vehicle ended up being found on August 3rd, 1984 in the Methuen Mall in Massachusetts, which actually was closed down in 1997. Both of his rear tires were deflated. He was said to have been camping with a friend named Richard Brunt. They were both teachers at Haverhill, Massachusetts, and they had only been friends for about 7 months. They went camping in New England and only Richard Brunt returned. Brunt is actually the prime suspect in this case. There is probable cause to believe he was involved in this disappearance, but no charges have ever been brought upon him. In 1975, Brunt was charged with second-degree murder in the stabbing death of his roommate in Plantation, Florida. He ended up stabbing his roommate because he said that he was going to live with somebody else. He pleaded no contest to manslaughter and was sentenced to 10 years in prison. He was also charged with sexually assaulting a man between June 1999 and June of 2000. He ended up being arrested over these sex charges in summer of 2018. He ended up raping and sodomizing a man with a rake handle in 1999 to 2000. Brunt was actually at one time the principal of New Life Christian Academy in Haverhill, New Hampshire. Investigators also learned that he had ties to Tampa as well. His son, Samuel Brunt, advised his dad not to speak with police on 2 successive days, which were April 4th and April 5th of 2017. Sam declined to give police his number and said he'd get in contact with them, but he never did. They say that he may have been a material witness. He was called to appear before a grand jury, but it is unclear if he ever did so. And not only Samuel, but Richard and the Senior Assistant Attorney General of Concord, New Hampshire, Susan Morrell, all declined to comment to the newspapers. On April 17th, 2017, DNA and fingerprints were taken from him on a warrant in Tampa, Florida. A great deal of effort has gone into learning the details of this investigation. When police had gone to Florida, the neighbors said that nothing appeared out of the ordinary about Brunt. He walked his dogs every day, read outside on his porch, greeted neighbors of South Lakeland, Florida, at his home on Oxford Avenue. He had mostly kept to himself and helped his neighbors with yard work. The only complaint is that one time he had a spat with a neighbor that threatened to call police over her 3-year-old grandson playing in his yard. He later apologized and gave the kid a stuffed animal. Richard Peralt, the New Hampshire State Police detective, said that the assault is not tied to Bird's case, but there is a possibility that more of Brunt's victims will come forward over the years. Dentals and fingerprints are unfortunately unavailable in this case, but DNA is available in case they want to match it with an unidentified body or if they ever find somebody who may be Christopher Bird. Christopher would be 60 years old today. His family deserves answers, and whoever did this needs to be brought to justice. He is a white male who stands at 6 foot and weighs 180 pounds. He has brown hair and blue eyes, and there was no last seen wearing clothing available. He is missing under suspicious circumstances and is believed to be the victim of a homicide. He also has a beard. There is only really one conclusion that I can draw from this case. Yes, foul play, he could have ran into it on his way back from camping. I'm not sure if Brunt and Bird ended up riding together during this camping trip, if they went together. But I find it very odd that his car was found abandoned in another state and his back tires were slashed. I just find something to be very wrong with that picture. And why were his tires slashed? Was it to throw somebody off, to throw someone off trail? I'm not quite sure. But I believe that, just like police, I believe that Brunt had a hand in this disappearance. I believe that his past really doesn't give him much leeway to believing he's innocent because of the horrible, vile things he has done to other people. What makes me think that he's going to be any different to Christopher Bird? I just think it's very odd that he disappeared with a guy who is not afraid to kill somebody over just simply moving out of a house and sodomizing somebody with a rake handle. I think that it's just disgusting, vile, and I believe that he is right where he needs to be, which is in jail. I believe that it is very likely that Christopher knew nothing about Richard Brunt's past, and if he did, he would not have gotten into a situation where they were hanging out or camping together. And I believe that if only he was caught earlier for his actions, then, or sentenced longer for his first offense, which was in 1975, which was 9 years before Christopher's disappearance, he must have just gotten out of jail and then did this to Christopher. And I believe that if he got a longer sentence and wasn't just sentenced with manslaughter, and if he got first-degree murder, because that is exactly what he did to his roommate, Christopher may have still been alive today. There would be no missing persons case on him. There would be no unsolved homicide investigation. There would be no criminal investigation involving Christopher Bird if he had never linked up with Richard Brunt. I know that somebody out there knows something about this disappearance, albeit Richard himself or somebody who is close to Richard. And if you or anybody you know have any information on this case, please call the New Hampshire State Police Department at 603-223-8977. His agency case number is A84-252. And his NamUs case number is MP38217. Christopher deserves justice and a place to rest, and his family deserves to know where their loved one is. And I believe that there are, if not multiple people, persons who know something about this disappearance and where he is located today. And if you are that person, and if this video reaches you, please do not hesitate to call the New Hampshire State Police. They will help you and you will remain anonymous. Once again, he is a white male who stands at 6 foot, weighs 180 pounds. He has brown hair and blue eyes. He had a beard. It was unknown what he was last seen wearing, but he is considered missing under suspicious circumstances and is believed to be a victim of a homicide. I believe that this is one of the cases that could possibly be solved if there was just one more piece to this puzzle. And I know that somebody out there has that missing piece. And I pray that this family gets their closure and somebody comes forward, because it's been so many years and it's about time that they get what they deserve in every way, shape, or form of that sentence. I thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful night.